Hey there. Today I'm going to show you how to actually tie your sage into a smudge bundle. Alright, so I don't have a whole lot here just because mine's been harvested, but that's okay. So once your plants get to be, 6 to 8 inches tall, depending on how many you planted, rather, you can just cut them. And what you'll need to do is line them all up, stems sort of like all lined up together, and all the leaves pointing in the same direction. All right? Now, I live in a really humid climate, so I actually cut these yesterday and I dried them for a night. However, just to get a lot of the extra moisture out. However, you don't want to let them get too dry because then they won't be pliable and all the leaves will just break. All right. So once you have like a pretty good stem going, see that? What you do is you take 100% natural thread. So whether that's cotton or hemp, or anything like that. Just try not to get any cord that has any plastic, or anything like that in it, because when you burn it, you're not going to want to burn those plastics. You're going to want to burn something that's all natural. So I actually just have a piece of like embroidery thread, and it's pink. That's really the only thing I had, so I'm going to go with it. So what you're going to do, mine's really long, but take your two ends and sort of just fold it in half. Okay, doesn't matter if it's super even. All right, and then you're going to wrap the looped end around, and you're going to go kind of like a slip knot, right? And you're going to go through the loop and pull your end out and tighten that. Okay. And then from there, you're going to take the two ends. You're not going to be able to see it because I have to put it down to do it. But you're going to take the two ends like this and just then tie a knot like you're starting to tie your shoe. And that'll just sort of keep it tighter so it doesn't just get all loose on you. All right, so after you've tied the knot, you'll have two on each side, or one on each side. Right? Now from here, it's very simple. Here you can just take one and wrap it down. And really twisting the sage bundle is probably easier. You just wrap it down. Then you can wrap it back up in sort of a diagonal pattern until you get back up to the top. Make it sort of tight, but also you'll want it a little bit loose so that when you actually burn it, there is enough air in there for it to actually catch and stay lit. And then you'll just do the same thing with your other side. Go all the way down and all the way back up. And I used pink because I just think it's kind of pretty, right? You can do it as much or as little as you want. Take back the other one. Not too loose. Not putting a whole lot of pressure on it. And then you sort of just take your ends. You take your ends and tie them. Just in a knot. I kind of tie mine back up, back up at the top, to sort of just get the knot and those extra ends sort of out of the way. And once you're done with that, if you want to let it hang and dry, especially like me, and it's raining out here right now, and it's just really, really humid down here in Savannah, and so my leaves, I don't even know if I were to try to catch them, if they would, or try to light them, if they would even catch on fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go hang this bundle. Whoop. All right, so I got mine all tied off, and then when I get inside, I don't have any scissors out here, but I'm just going to trim it, and then I'm going to go back and hang it back in where I do my herbs, which is just in my garage, for another couple days. And then whenever I'm ready to use it, and if you want, you can snip it like with some scissors just to make that even, but I feel like that's just sort of wasting some herbs, so I just normally don't. I'll just light it, and that's really all you got to do. Now if you have any like flowering herbs, like any lavender growing, you know, or anything like that, you can absolutely take some of those flowers and add it to the bundle, so you'll have flowers and leaves going on, and that always makes it smell really pretty. So that's it. So that's what you're going to do with your sage as soon as it gets big enough. And what you'll want to do is, if you want to keep a few of the plants and allow them to flower, then that's where you'll be able to get the seeds from, in order to plant another batch. Or if you're not interested in growing anymore, you can just, as it begins to flower, if you don't want to like make a bundle out of it right away, if you want to, when it starts to flower, just snip the flower off. That'll allow the leaves to continue to grow, as opposed to the plant using energy to you know, make the flower and the seeds, you know, and all that. So so cut your flowers off if you don't want it to blossom, because once it blossoms, it's sort of like the leaves sort of stop growing, because like I said, the plant uses the energy for the seeds and things like that. But if you're not interested in that, then go ahead and just snip your sage whenever you want and make a bundle, and then you can just use it to smudge. All right, see ya.